What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I am going to be posting a video and answering the question, can you win a whole Grand Prix without drifting in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds? Let's test it out. But before we start, I do want to put a disclaimer. I'm not doing the normal speed because, well, do y'all want to watch this boring gameplay for a solid 3.5 minutes?
Brother,
No, you don't. Anyway, starting off with a high speed on the Minecraft track with Silver and the Neo Electron cart. I chose this cart because it has the best handling stats, I personally think. But I am nervous for this challenge. Not only is drifting one of the most commonly used things in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, but it's also one of the biggest things people rely on, especially in these high-speed races that you'll see later on Supersonic Speed. I crumble into a million pieces. Anyway, as we're headed into the nether section, I am so far actually doing well, in second place and behind a few other people. I am doing this challenge in Race Park, by the way, because it's easier to manage and do, and I also did not want to go against online people, so y'all can make fun of me in the comments for that. But anyway, here we're going into the portal, into a randomized portal, I believe, yep. And it chooses Coral Town is the map it chooses, and this is probably going to be the easiest difficulty out of any of them besides normal, but y'all already know you probably don't want to watch that boring gameplay. So here we go in cruising. I am somehow in second place, but I'm handling it well for not being able to drift. So there's the first place guy right there. I go up this turn, and this is the part where, like, okay, I might have a chance of doing this challenge, because at first I didn't believe. I'm in first place. Yeah, somehow. But this is about toward the end of this little portal section here, and we're about to head into the regular Minecraft world. So I cut a little bit before because I just didn't want to replay all the Minecraft world again, but we're about to head into the nether portal, and I'm still holding up in first place. Now, this difficulty is going to be the easiest because, well, it's the slowest of the 3 difficulties, but also the bots don't know that I'm doing this, so they're just driving like they normally would. But as we're heading to the nether portal, I get hit by the little puck thing, I guess y'all would call that, but we are about to start fighting close to the Ender Dragon. Fast forward a little bit, and here we are at the end of the first game on the easiest speed. Not being able to drift, what I thought was pretty good for my first take, but now let's move on to the next difficulty, Sonic Speed. Alright, headed on to Sonic Speed, which is the medium difficulty between those 3 difficulties, and I decided to choose Sand Road, but dumb me did not change my gears or gadgets before this, so I was slipping all over that sand, and spoiler, I have to brake a lot in this challenge. But we are headed out throughout the road. I love this map, anyway. If y'all want to say that too in the comments, I just think this map has the best soundtrack in it, because it's just so vibey. But anyway, we're crossing this wood little path here and headed into the about 3/4 of the track, and as you can see, I am in 8th. I'm doing pretty bad. But anyway, we're headed across this turn, and now I'm starting to get a little nervous because we're about to head back into the entrance, and I am not in the good spot. Because, well, I have no items, and well, I can't drift. But anyway, the map that is chosen is Golden Temple, and I like this one a lot, mainly because it just looks cool. If y'all know what this is from, please let me know in the comments, because I really like the design of this map. Anyway, we are headed through, passing these terrifyingly large orbs, and seeing as there are 2 people left in front of me. However, I don't know if I can have a chance at them. Wait, what is that orb doing? Yo, whoa.
bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Anyway, after that very close call, I fast forward a little bit onto the 3rd lap, and I'm in 4th in this temple section. And I'm struggling to even get items and even pass the people. Spoiler, I am allowing these boat drifts in the later rounds because, well, it's really hard to beat a race without drifting. So y'all can make fun of me in the comments, but I just needed help, okay? Anyway, we're headed on to the last strip of this track, and I'm in 3rd place. I'm actually gaining on them. However, I hit that wall there because I can't drift, which puts me a little bit behind, but I do get a little speed boost from my friend Sonic. and I'm headed into the final little turn, and the dude's the last right there. If I can just get a little boost here, and I see him passing the finish line, and I finish in second place. However, though, I felt like that was a really easy way, so I went ahead and moved right on to the next difficulty, Mirror Grand Prix. Let's get it. Alright, Mirror Grand Prix. I don't play this one much, so this might be a little bit rougher, but I think we'll be good. As you can see, I'm playing on a Pados with a new cart and character combination. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit because I just wanted to see what the difference was between a boost car and a handling car, so that's what I went with this little surfboard and tails. Anyway, we're driving around the corner in this map, and I think this map is beautiful, to be honest. Let me know in the comments what y'all's favorite map is and why, and I'd love to see all your opinions. But here we're headed into some of the sharp turns of here, and I'm about to skip forward into White Cave as the secret map, and I think this one looks pretty cool. As you can see, I almost fall in a few minutes, but we don't have to worry about that. And this is the cool little cave part, and I'm in first place. So I'm doing pretty well for not being able to drift. And it's also on mirror, so it's in reverse. And I'm not the biggest fan of this difficulty because I just don't like it. See right there, I almost fall. But wait, what is that noise? Oh gosh.
Hello there.
Anyway, after that very life-threatening situation, I come out of White Cave, still in first place, and with a little bit of protection on myself, so I won't have to worry about that big attack ever happening again. But luckily, we're in a Pados, and this is where I want to be right now. So, we are taking these last few turns into this final lap. I'm halfway through the track, and honestly, I'm feeling pretty good about this difficulty so far. So, we cut a little bit forward, and now we're on this very last turn, and I'm still in first place. And as you can see, there's a little red aura on my back, which means a weapon, but luckily I use my big brain and calculate the move, blocking the damage, and I win this race first try in first place. So now it is time to move on to the final and hardest difficulty, Supersonic Speed. Let's do it. But before I show you the Supersonic Speed level, I do want to show you a blooper of this speed because I thought this was just really funny, and I have another one after this one, and I'm on Bikini Bottom, and this is the final lap, and I'm in first, passing around Plankton, and I decide to first of all run into him, but then my brain decides, oh hey, I'm in first, let me take a risk and jump off. And this idiotic mistake ends up costing me the whole race, so I have to do another one. Now, my final blooper before I finally get into the real race, I just want to say this difficulty really struggled me and made me very mad sometimes. But I decided to choose Market Street because in Team Sonic Racing, this is one of my favorite tracks and probably always will be. But as you can see, the little bit of grass gets me a little bit behind, and now I am in 7th place going up the ramp section. And I am struggling to find items, and once again, get ahead of people, and as you see, I just get hit right there, which slows me down even more. But as I'm headed down into the roof, I catch up a little bit, gaining on people, and I'm in 5th place, headed into the second lap into the portal, and it chooses a random one, and we fast forward a little bit ahead of the portal actually, and just FYI, it was the train place, and now we are into the 3rd lap, and I'm in 3rd place. As y'all probably don't know, I actually struggled very bad in that portal section, but I'm actually on my way climbing back up the ranks. I'm able to get to 2nd place. I get lucky with all my items, and now I cut to the final end. I'm at 2nd place. He falls. I'm in 1st, and I think I'm about to win, but then the dude passes me last second and ends up winning right in front of my face.
Why are you crying?
But now it is time for the final difficulty, Supersonic Speed. Let's do it. And now it is time for the last difficulty, Supersonic Speed, and I am nervous. I decided to do this race on Aqua Park because it's one of my favorite rides or courses, but it's also just a good finishing one. And as you can see, I am finally using the boat drifts because I need some help on this final difficulty. And as you notice, it is very fast. So I'm going to have to get used to braking a good amount in this time. But I'm headed into this boat section, and I dart to do some boosts. And I luckily hit this shortcut, which gives me a good, healthy lead into the 4th spot. I take this turn into the final part of this water section as we're closing in on the first part of this race and the final lap. And here the portal chooses a random place, and it turns out to be Wonder Museum, one of my least favorite tracks because this dumb turn. So that puts me a little bit further behind. As you see, I run into the wall, and now I gotta work back up to this good spot up first. But luckily I get a boost right here, and I take the personal easier shortcut on this side. If y'all run this track, I personally recommend taking the lower side because it's faster. But anyway, as we're headed out of this part of the museum, we head into the final stretch of the museum, and as where I get slimed. But after this, I come up close with Sonic, and I believe he does pass me a little bit with his drift, but he does get hit by a bomb, so that does put me back in the lead. And we are headed back into Aqua Park as headed into the final lap. And man, I tell y'all, when I mean nervous, I mean I was terrified on this part. I fast forward a little bit into the water section. I decide to stay on the bottom part instead of the top because I'm in the water and I get to utilize this part. Luckily, I am getting a good boost, and I use my shield to protect myself from anything that happens, and I come in clutch with the shortcut, hitting me with the second place spot. And luckily, I get this dark chow saves my life. I barely dodged that. I used the boost to get ahead, and I finally complete the challenge of not being able to drift in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, and man, it felt good. So it turns out you are able to beat every speed in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds without drifting. But before I end the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been such a long time since I've posted, but I decided to post a video for y'all guys, and I just want to thank every single one of you. But this isn't a sad video, so I'm going to end it here. Peace out. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.